I was working with a group recently on helping them develop their strategy and their vision and their outcomes and their tactics. And one of the big things that came up before we even started was, well, what do you mean by a strategy? What do you mean by a tactic? Everybody seemed to have their own definition for something. So what we did was we used the power of graphics to actually define what it is that we're talking about. The first thing we needed to do was define what do we mean by our goal or our outcome or our vision. So the story I used was, let's win the America's Cup. That's becoming our vision. That's our goal. So what I did was draw up just a very simple cup. Nothing too beautiful. You don't have to be an artist to do that. Next thing we said, well, okay, if we're going to win this America's Cup, what do we need to do? That then becomes our strategy. Two things we could do. First thing is, get the best boat. Second thing is, get the best crew. Okay, so that becomes our strategy. We've got our boat. And then we've got our crew. And maybe they've got little boating hats on as well. Okay, so this then is our outcome or vision. This is our strategy. Get the best boat, get the best crew. So how do we then go about doing this? That becomes our tactics. So how do we get our best crew? Well, we can either buy them, find people overseas, or we can train them, or we can do both. We can get the best crew and then start to train them, win some races, and so on. That becomes our tactics. What about our boat? Well, there's a number of things we could do there. We could either get it built, an expensive way perhaps, but that might be great. We could also buy one, buy an existing one. So these become our tactics. So in using simple graphics, what we've done is we've actually defined what's our outcome or our vision, what's our strategy, and what are our tactics. So we can then now apply this to the company goals. What's our vision as a company? What's our strategy to get to the vision? And what are our tactics? So the next 3 days that we spent with the team, we could then work on all of these individual items, and everybody knew exactly what we were talking about, and using a very, very simple illustration to define that.